ones, and welcome to another amazing edition of Xtended Expressions. We're so excited for you to join us. We have great things in store, and speaking of great things, we are very excited because spring is here. It's finally here after a very long and cold winter. Spring by far is probably one of my favorite seasons next to summer, so there's lots in store. We got lots of new interviews and so much more. And of course, I'd like to say thank you to all of the comments and questions. Keep them coming in. And speaking of comments and questions, I actually want to just answer a few people kind of sent me some emails wondering, how tall are you? They were saying that, you know, I was towering. I seem to tower over a lot of my guests. Well, actually, you are right. In the words of the lovely Nene Leaks, as she says, the talls versus the smalls, I am definitely team tall. Yes, that's right. And I stand at approximately 6'1" or so, you know, something around there. So, you know, it's good. Celebrate your tallness. I always tell people I love being tall. You have so many perks. You walk into a room, you're an instant celebrity, people can find you, you'll never get lost in a crowd. So many great things. But whether you're a part of Team Tall or Team Small, celebrate your tallness. But enough about me. Let's talk about what we have in store today. On this edition of Xtended Expressions, we actually have, she's a lovely young lady that's definitely taking Hollywood and Nollywood by storm. It's ChiChi Njoku. She's a producer of her own media empire, ChiChi Movies. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.
You're not going anywhere.
You told me what?
I will slap you right now. No. If it wasn't for the comment, I would stop this guy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited for you to join us. We have here with us, she's a lovely individual full of amazing talents, and she's here with us on our Xtended Expressions episode. That is the lovely ChiChi Njoku. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for
today.
having me.
We got a lot to talk about. And first thing I noticed, did we coordinate? We didn't even coordinate this. We're doing the black and white thing together here.
Sister, you're in the spirit.
In
you're in the spirit.
Hallelujah.
You're connecting with me. Even in my house, you are connecting with me. That's what happened. It's an Igbo Yoruba thing.
Igbo Yoruba. Okay.
Don't mind me.
Okay, see what I'm talking about? Full of talents, from accents to just everything in characters, which we're going to talk more about. Tell us, who is ChiChi Njoku?
ChiChi Njoku loves movies and she loves comedy, so I usually use a lot of comedians in my movie. I want people to laugh, and I still want people to take home a message. So, but I'm a filmmaker and producer.
All right, fantastic. And you have produced a lot of films. One that I was so fortunate enough, thank you so much for having me in that, and that was Red Flags.
Yes.
And that was my first acting debut. I'm very excited about that.
That was good.
So, and you have a host of other ones, which we're going to talk about. But how did you actually get your start into the film industry?
I loved film as a kid, from the Ben-Hurs and the Moses. So when I got into the United States, I did theater. But that still wasn't film. That was just like a coverage, like a far away from what I actually wanted. Then I went back to school in 2009. I went to film school for 2 years. I was at Channel 6. I was a little bit miserable there, so I got into some prayer and some fasting.
Amen.
And then I started ChiChi Movies August 2011. And it's 2013 now. We've done 3 movies so far. 3 independent films. Yes.
3 independent films. And you dealt with some heavyweights. I mean, you got Pascal, Nollywood, very famous Nollywood actor, and that was with Dirty Pastor. How was that working with him?
It was great. He is a natural. He is very funny. He brings it on. He's actually not just an actor on your set. He's someone that gets into the role. He's passionate about the entire script. He's helping you look for casts. He's like, oh, this won't fit, that will fit. Do this way. He's adding onto it, making it his own. You know, so he's very good.
That's awesome. And then so your recent movie, which is Angel and the Mailman.
Yes.
And that's starring Vicker, Michael Blackson. Tell us more about that.
That was a tough one. That was a project that I guess we how do I put it? That was just a God-given project. I remember when I first put the script together, and a lot of my close-knit family was like, oh no, shouldn't use celebrities for acting. It's not, you know. And I said, God, if you're with me, you're gonna make this possible. And the team that was able to put it together, it was shot by Robert Peters, who won the award for Best Cinematographer last year from the Giamma Awards. So great guy, great skills. He directed the film. He did a great job. The details, Diane Diaz wrote the script. She embellished it from what was originally just an outline that I did. So it was the team that actually made it possible. My mother came on board to cook.
Are you serious?
She came from
that is so neat.
Nigeria, and then she ended up
That's
acting.
from Nigeria.
She came in from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I know. And
I love it.
We rented a house, and all of us stayed in the mansion together. I rented it for a week, and most of the actors stayed there, and she ended up acting. She played Vicker's landlady.
So mom has a role?
Yeah, I know. That was awesome.
So not only did she cook for the whole family, so you had home cooked meal.
Mom could hold it down.
And then she got herself a role.
So we basically, how did I do Angel and the Mailman is the team. The team was amazing.
And you know, that's kind of the sense I got when I did Red Flags. You know, I came down, I shot my scene in Atlanta, and it definitely was a great family, just camaraderie, and it felt really good. And it made, you know, even though my role, it was a small role, but it was, you know, you guys really made me feel comfortable, and I really appreciate that. So what's your inspiration? Like, what, you know, you sit down and like, okay, because I know you play some crazy characters and you got some funny accents. You're just a woman of many talents.
Amen.
So how do you like what do you do? What's the process?
Hallelujah.
Are you ready to receive your blessing? Get your handkerchiefs for only $7.99 plus tax. You're gonna receive through these handkerchiefs a blessing.
Basically, I definitely get into prayer a lot because it gives me direction. And I discipline myself enough to know that if I spend so amount of time on it daily, you know, by a given amount of time, I should be able to come up with something. And then I work with my team. So I'm always working with a production manager. Laura Crisp is someone who's been with me since my first movie. We're working on a project this summer, hopefully with some big names like maybe Sinbad, Megan Good. We're praying that the Lord gives us the opportunity to work with them. And so we're shooting this in Hollywood, California this August. So looking at things like that, you now need location. You need a casting director. You need a camera crew. So now that it's only April, we're already looking at, you know, going out to California, scouting. We've got a house on Venus Beach already, but working little bits, putting it together. Then we now, you know, get the casting going. After the casting, which is like the easiest thing, then we now start looking to actually go to find the homes and locations to fit the cast, props, clothing, hair, designers, things we need to, you know, and then before you know it, we're on set.
Voila, there it is. So not only, so you're taking not just Nollywood, but it's time to infiltrate Hollywood. I see. ChiChi Movies.
Yes.
This father is a lunatic. Look out for those signs.
When are you coming?
You know how busy I am.
That boy, I'm not liking it.
You never like anything good.
That boy, I'm telling you, is hanging around.
My ring that Dave gave me in 2 weeks. Unlike some people who dated for 3 years and didn't get anything.
See over here, this man is taken. He's way above your class.
Yes, we want to take it to the level to be able to allow Hollywood to appreciate what Nollywood brings. And I think spending a little bit more time taking to do our movies in pre-production, post-production is very important, because Nollywood, we release a lot of movies, and looking at the people ahead of me who've done great movies in the past, you know, like the Dr. Bello that just came out, I respect them because they want to cross over. They want to be able to say, I want Hollywood to watch our films and enjoy it, especially now that we have a cable network, which luckily they're actually asking for this Angel and the Mailman. They're asking our director.
Oh, fantastic.
So
now is that the on-demand? Or? Yes.
So
See?
hopefully we'll be on there.
Oh my gosh, and I pray that you will, because that's really, I think I saw that a couple weeks ago, that, you know, on demand you can now get Nollywood, and that just, you know, we have a lot to offer, but it's just kind of getting our name out there. And with stuff that you're doing, like you said, it's just kind of bridging that gap. And, you know, by God's grace, you get Sinbad and Megan Good and just all the, you know, people, recognizable names already in Hollywood to kind of see, hey, this is what we're doing. I think it's such a great thing. So, like, there's just a few more things before we go. What exactly, because I'm sure people are looking like, oh my God, like, I want to be in film. And I've met people too, just in what I've done just with this show now, and people are so interested in production and just getting involved in the business. What recommendations would you give to them?
Follow your dreams. Know exactly what your heart wants. You're gonna run into days where it's almost impossible. You're gonna say, should I keep going, or why is this happening? But where there's a will and there is God, there is a way. So if He's giving you the desire of your heart and you desire film or you desire acting, definitely connect with someone who's doing what you're doing. Before I started this, I was all over the place. I was doing interviews one time, but I was always working with the camera, and I was always the producer. So I'd get a team of people and we'll go do celebrity interviews. And then one day I was doing this interview, and then I was doing short film, and then I was doing that. And then I went to Channel 6, and that's not what I wanted. And I always wanted film, but while I was in school, I connected myself with filmmakers, anyone holding the camera, and just working my way to know what it is like to produce an actual small show to what it is now to produce a full feature film, which, you know, we enter in festivals and all sorts of places. So it's important to know your dream, follow it, and then pray, and let God lead you. Yes.
Pray, push until it happens. That's right. And I think too, just you hit on a good point. I think I just want to re-emphasize that to people out there. As far as your network, you have to, you know, you can't say you want to be in fashion, but you're working in IT. Like, it just, you know, it's very important that you really immerse yourself in the industry and network that you want to be in, and like you said, stick to it. And you are gonna have days too where you're like, I'm over this. I've had so many days I'm like, you know what, I'm over this show. But you know what, it's just, you know, with the positive support and just people and just remembering the ultimate prize, you know, you really will definitely continue to get there. And
most importantly, as a woman, I find out sometimes, you know, either men are intimidated by you, or they basically put you in a certain position because female producers are not many. So you have to know to put your sort of foot down and be firm where it needs to be firm, you know, where you need to be firm, and sort of believe in yourself. Believe in what you have. If no one, you know, when I started my film, I started with a very small budget, my first movie. Now the last one we did was over $20,000. And when I say we started about at least $5 grand on the first project, that's a big difference from 2 movies later. So, and now the next project we're working on is about $100,000 this summer. So if you believe in it, sooner or later you find a group of people that say, you know what, I'll go with you wherever you're going. You know, I'll believe in you. I'll stand with you. I'll pray with you. But if you don't believe in it, it's easy to give up and just say, you know, I'm tired, it's not working. But just holding firm and saying, I believe in it, standing sure of what it is that you know you want to do, and then, you know, it'll happen.
It'll manifest and come to fruition, as I like to say. So how can people get a hold of you? Like, if they want to, you know, we got this movie coming out, Angel and the Mailman coming out. Where can they expect it? Where can they view it? Or if they just want to kind of follow you and see what's going on with ChiChiMovies?
ChiChiMovies.com. You can purchase a copy of Dirty Pastor. It's out on DVD, and it's about $9.99, and then of course you have to pay for shipping and handling. Also, Red Flags is on tour right now, so we've done about 2 city premieres. We're looking to do maybe New York before we actually release this summer. It will be released at all the redeemed conventions that we'll have this summer. Angel and the Mailman will be going on tour for premieres this summer. We're hoping to actually premiere at the Apollo Theater in New York, which is a big deal.
That's historic.
I know.
That's huge. That's really huge.
That is very,
the Apollo
very huge.
Theater?
Yes, that's very, very huge for some of the main actors. Hopefully Michael Blackson himself will be doing stand-up comedy that night. He was happy to work on our set, and I sort of do Christian films, so it was his first time doing a movie where he actually didn't curse. So we were very happy for him and for
Michael
us.
Blackson. Praise the Lord.
And so, but he loved it. He thought it was the, you know, one of the best films he's ever been
That's really good.
Even asked me, can we continue? Can this not end here? Can we sort of do a sequel? So it was good to know that one of the star people, you know, wanted to. So
That's cool.
we're gonna premiere Atlanta, Houston, New York, Maryland, some of these major cities this summer, and hopefully Silverbird, Nigeria by October.
Oh,
and
okay.
We'll be getting ready to even pull some promos out for the new film we shoot August later this year.
Okay, and don't forget about a sister, okay? Don't forget me,
Never.
okay? I'm still ready, you know, dust off my acting skills.
You got it.
You know, don't forget.
Definitely. Even
Okay.
if you don't act, we'll definitely bring you in for fashion and
Okay.
you know,
Hey.
we need those. We definitely. It's a team. It's a team.
Yes,
it's a teamwork that's
definitely
most
a team
important. That makes it
effort.
happen.
Well, thank you so much once again for allowing my team for us to spotlight you. You know, you have so much to offer and a ball of talent, as I like to say. That's the first thing I think when I just think of ChiChi, just a ball of talent. Like I said, with all your characters and the accents, you got some comedy and then acting and then the production. It's just really amazing, and we like to highlight individuals like yourself.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
It's a blessing.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another amazing edition of Extended Expressions. As always, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, join us on our YouTube channel. And as always, make sure that you keep it fun, fierce, and fabulous. Till next time, peace.